This is scary ass driving part 2, okay? It's really scary in the South because people don't know how to drive in the South. Like, I've witnessed so many accidents tonight. Now, I know that because there's snow on the road and we don't have snow plows and shit like that we have in Chicago, because of that, you have to drive slow. Because if you don't, your car will end up in a ravine. Yeah, we're driving on the side of the road. Fuck it. I'm driving extra slow when I see approaching vehicles as well. Because I don't want to accidentally crash into them. You know, that would be really unfortunate for me and for them. And Fiona, that's the name of my car. Anyway, what were we bitching about? Comedians. People that call themselves comedians. Here's the thing, you guys. Like, I know that I do comedy in a really weird way. Like, I get up there and I do this keyboard bullshit and I fucking hate it. I really do. It's just every single time are you gonna go? You better fucking go. 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 I want you to go. Go. Thank you, honey. I don't like other people being behind me. I would rather be behind somebody else. I'd rather make them nervous and make them think that I'm a fucking cop, you know? I get paranoid about that. Anyway. Oh, this road's not so bad. Yeah, the roads have been pretty fucking bad, as I'm sure you've both seen and heard, okay? But yeah, so tonight, if you missed the last video, we got assassinated by another comic who hates us because we took a risk that every white person is terrified to take because of the stereotypes that black people love to pretend they hate, but then it seems like they love to give in to those stereotypes every chance they get. And I'm not just saying that based off of the music that they choose to listen to. I'm saying that based off of their behavior or the behavior that they find acceptable and don't call out. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't call out the horrible things that Black Lives Matter is doing, then you support terrorism, you support racism towards whites, all because of this grudge that you insist on holding. You know, I'm not going to get too far into this because I just don't feel like it. I'm so bored with the conversation about race, it's not even funny. But it's just kind of ridiculous, man. It's kind of ridiculous. But you know, with stand-up comedy, I feel like it's a much different arena. Like when you talk about stuff, and I've noticed that, like, all these other white people feel the need to say things to make them seem appealing to blacks. Multiple white people did that shit tonight, where it's like they'll say something, or maybe they'll like take a teeny tiny bit of a risk and then they'll be like, oh, that's too racist, and then they'll just stop doing the joke. Well, you can rely on yours truly to do the exact opposite of that, okay? I just don't care because I know that I'm right. But something that this motherfucker said tonight that I thought was really funny, he was like, what makes her think she can say the N-word because she's funny? No. And I was like, man, that's actually pretty hilarious that he said that. And I know that he was trying to knock me like, oh, well, it doesn't matter how funny you are, like, white people still can't say it, or, you know, maybe he was knocking me because he doesn't think I'm funny, which isn't true, because before we had this conversation, it's like he was one of my biggest fans in the whole comedy scene, and now he won't even talk to me. Because he really understands comedy, don't you know? People that are politically correct and agree with censorship, those people really get comedy, you know? Oh, but he's a hypocrite, though. He's a hypocrite because he dishes out what he can't take, which is most people, unfortunately. But it's like with comedy, you really can't make excuses for that. Like, you have to sit back and take it. That's why, you know, I sat there the whole time and I laughed. There was some stuff that he said about me that was pretty funny, you know? And I'm not gonna deny that I took the risk that I took, you know? But it's like he just kind of outed himself, and he doesn't even care about the context. Like, as a comedian, you probably should care about the context. But the thing is, though, I mean, it's like the way that this country's, the way this country runs, and just the political correctness that controls every facet of human life, it seems. Like, it doesn't matter how right you are. Like, if you don't have the race or the genitalia or whatever the fuck, it's like, it doesn't matter, man. Like, a black person, they can fucking stab you to death. It's totally fine. All they need is like, oh, well, like, I thought she said the N-word. It's like, I thought she called me a monkey. So that means that I can be a fucking degenerate and act totally unruly and violent towards this person, you know? Like, I mean, that's just pretty emotionally immature line of thinking. But, who am I, right? I'm just some stupid white bitch. Anyway, should I go this way? Yeah, keep going this way. Keep going this way, baby. I just don't want anybody to be behind me. That's like what I'm concerned about more than anything else. Just don't get behind me. Anybody that could potentially be behind me. I hope they heard me. But yeah, man, it's just so funny, like, all these people, like, and you see it in politics more than anything else, but, you know, I've just seen it so many times doing stand-up comedy. All these fucking pussies, all they do is dish out what they can't take. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just assassinate people, but, like, if I did that, I would make people quit doing comedy. I would probably make people commit suicide, or at the very least cut themselves in the shape of my face, which would be kind of cool. That would be a picture that I would look up on the internet, you know, if that were the case, if multiple people would cut themselves in the shape of my face. I think I've done that joke before, but the thing is, like, I know that I can be really mean, and so, like, I don't want to be like that. I'd rather, like, be nicer, because, like, what I'm saying is already counterculture enough. But I don't know, man. It's like there's a part of me that wants to address these sorts of things, but I feel like if I do, I'm just giving into it, and I'm just doing exactly what they want, which is not right. I don't want to waste any time talking about some other comic's shitty ass material that's based upon me, you know? Isn't that funny? But this person that assassinated me, though, I think he's actually really talented, and I think he's funny. Like, I legitimately think he's funny, and I'm not going to take that away from him, all because he doesn't like me. But that's the thing. Like, he would try to take away my talent because I took a risk, you know? And that just kind of shows you right there that he doesn't get it. And he's been doing it a lot longer than I have, you know, but he still doesn't fucking get it. Because he's been brainwashed by the media. And I try to have empathy and compassion there, because you know, the media have really gone to work on blacks. You know, they make sure that black people constantly think that it's white people oppressing them. It has nothing to do with the media. It has nothing to do with the institutions. It has nothing to do with this cultural Marxism. Oh, hell no. It's always whites. But anyway, what was I saying? It's just something that's just very disturbing is like how many white people just, it's like they have this very narcissistic, oh shit, let's go, let's just drive on both sides of the road, fuck it. This very narcissistic shame. It seems like they have shame in being white, but it's not legit, you know? If they legitimately had shame in being white, they should cut themselves, you know? Maybe I should mention that, just like how white people are just, it's just so annoying, man. Or maybe I should just cut myself on stage. Maybe I should do that. That would be funny. But I'm worried that people would like do something, you know, like call the authorities or some shit like that, you know? They'd be like, that's not funny. And I'm like, yes, it is. Watch me self-mutilate, because that's what you're doing into a microphone, you know? Like, see, that is funny. That shit is funny. But like every single time that I do this, it's like I'm just so tempted to just quit because I feel like people just don't get it. Like I'm probably like the only white person that's doing actual stand-up that's taking these kinds of risks. And I don't know if that's just because of the climate. You know, everybody's so politically correct that it's just nauseating, and they think that, I don't know, they're more likely to get a gig if they, you know, talk about politically correct shit. But it's just, I don't know. I just really hate everything. I really hate everything about this culture, and I really don't know like what direction to take this right now, because I just want to yell at everybody. I just like want to get up there and throw cinder blocks, and then I just end up like playing piano again. And I can't, shit, no, stay in the middle, I can't get comfortable enough with myself where I can be the angry cunsor that I really am. But I kind of want to, since everybody else is allowed to be a total shithead, you know? Maybe I should just do as much crazy shit as possible. See what happens. I don't know, maybe I should just start drinking again. If I started drinking again, I would probably get arrested because of I would probably get into fights with people, like literal fights. I would probably like try to physically fight people. So I am very tempted to relapse all for that purpose.